New this morning, for the first time in 6 years, the government has shut down.
As 11:01 last night, all non-essential government activities have been put to a halt after Congress failed to reach an agreement to fund the federal government. Joining us now in the 7 o'clock hour is Oklahoma's senior Senator James Lankford. Senator, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you. The sun came up anyway today, but it is a frustrating day.
I know it's been a long night for you. You were up late last night working on this. Tell me, what is the plan moving forward for today and how to really get us out of this shutdown as quickly as possible?
So it is a challenge because the House of Representatives passed their version of this bill actually a week and a half ago. It's been in the Senate now for a week and a half. The focus has been, let's just keep the government open. What the House passed was what's called a 7-week clean continuing resolution. Is literally where we were funded last year, keeping it exactly the same for the next 7 weeks while we finish negotiation on the rest of the bills. That's pretty typical, actually. We had that 13 times during the Biden administration where we'd get to this moment, we'd need a few more days or weeks, so we'd extend it out for a couple of weeks to finish the negotiation. That's always been bipartisan agreement to keep it going. This time's different. Our Democratic colleagues said no. We want actually $1.5 trillion of new spending. We want new climate-focused things. We want health care coverage for people that are not here legally. We want to add some new COVID-era bonus payments that were done. We want to make those permanent. So there were a lot of things that shocked us that said, what in the world? There's no way we would do that. And they said, okay, well, we'll shut the government down then. So we're focused on the simplest of things. Let's just keep it open. Our proposal that's been on the table is let's keep it going for the next 7 weeks while we keep negotiating instead of actually shutting it down. We had several Democrats that did join us last night in voting, saying, hey, this is reasonable to be able to just keep us open while we have negotiations going. But we didn't have enough. The Senate requires 60 people to be able to vote on something. So we had 55 last night. So we're just short of the number that was needed. We'll go back again today and see if a couple more of our Democratic colleagues will join us to say, let's just keep it going. Let's keep it open while we negotiate, not try to close it and try to negotiate.
And Senator, let's talk about what this means for Oklahomans here at home. You know, we hear about a government shutdown, but how is this going to affect Oklahomans' everyday lives?
For most Oklahomans, it just won't affect anything because they're not interacting with the federal government every day. But there'll be some companies that are trying to reach out for a permit, or there'll be some entities that have a phone call that they're trying to make with some federal employee. That federal employee's been furloughed. Social Security checks will still go out. Paychecks will still go out for members of the military. Paychecks will still go out for federal employees this week. All those things will still function the same. But if we're still in shutdown 2 weeks from now, paychecks won't go out. So that's the challenge that we have here. The clock is ticking onto the next deadlines to be able to make sure we get it done. And there's a Jewish holiday that actually starts tonight, the Yom Kippur, which is a very important day of atonement, very important holiday. So we won't be in session, even in Congress, late tonight into tomorrow because of the Jewish holiday. So if we don't resolve it today, our next moment to resolve this is actually on Friday. So we're going to keep working today and see if we can actually get things done.
Senator, one of the biggest sticking points for Democrats is health care, cuts to subsidies for the marketplace and Medicaid. If there are some concessions that you would be able to forego to get those Democrats to vote for this bill, what would they be? Would they include health care?
Yeah, so what's interesting is the subsidies actually don't change, and this has been the surprise for us. What they call premium tax credits that are part of Obamacare, those are not being touched in this, but what is expiring is Democrats put in place under the Biden administration a bonus payment during COVID that they said was temporary due to COVID, that they want to do above and beyond that. That is set to expire at the end of the year. They have now come back and said, well, actually, we don't want that COVID era plus up to expire. We want that to be permanent. That was one of the surprises that we had and said, okay, even you said that was temporary during COVID. COVID is over. Why are we still doing COVID bonus payments when COVID is no longer here? So the premium support that is a part of Obamacare is actually not touched. That stays the same. It's just this plus up for COVID that is set to expire. They want to extend, and we're saying no, COVID's done. That should just expire.
It seems like there's still a lot on the table left to discuss here. So let's talk about how long do you think this is going to last?
Yeah, it's tough to know. It's kind of like a war. Once a war starts, it's hard to stop. The focus that we have is the faster we can get things resolved, the better. As I said, we had several Democrats that joined us last night that said, hey, let's just keep the government open while we're negotiating. We're hoping to have a few more. If we don't get that in the next couple of days, this could be several weeks, actually.
Wow.
The House is not in session this week, and so to have any change from the continuing resolution would require the Senate voting and then the House coming back into session and them voting again to be able to move it. So the faster we can move on this, the better on it. But right now the focus is let's just get it back open again. We have a very straightforward proposal. Literally this afternoon, things could open back up again. If Democrats would just say, okay, let's keep negotiating, but let's have the government open while we do it, that could be done in an hour.
Senator Lankford, thank you so much for your time. Obviously, something that we're going to keep an eye on day by day. Good luck with those negotiations. Hopefully this ends quickly.